Hello students, I hope you are all good. We are on the way of studying motion. We have already covered with the basic concepts of frame of reference, point object, distance, displacements, little bit about speed, velocity, scalars, vectors. The introductory part we have done. Today we will concentrate on instantaneous velocity and speed. I want to ask a question. Have you ever wondered what does the speedometer of a vehicle measure? Yes, today we will try to find out exactly the answer for it. Even though I know you know it, it is the instantaneous speed which the speedometer of a vehicle measures. Let us see what is instantaneous velocity and instantaneous speed. We are in this generation at least not unfamiliar with the word instantaneous because we are so much used to this word instant of all the things. So we are talking about when basically a body is in variable motion. Then only we talk about instantaneous speed and velocity. When it is in variable motion or the body is moving with variable speed or velocity. Let us see this position time graph. And if you recall, we have already done these graphs and the concepts of differentiation in our episodes, introductory episodes of calculus, where we have studied in detail about the concept of calculus, need for calculus, integral, differential calculus. If you have not referred to them, please go back to those episodes so that your concepts of the application of the calculus is very clear when we are studying these aspects. Position x1 and x2 at any instance t1 and t2. We are marking the locations as A, B and C points. Now average velocity, we are used to these formulae. It is x2 minus x1 upon t2 minus t1. We can mark this part of the graph as x2 minus x1. And this part of the graph represents t2 minus t1. So it is somewhere we can say ratio of x2 minus x1, this perpendicular part, t2 minus t1, the base part, which is nothing but BC divided by AC. So delta x, x2 minus x1 is nothing but delta x and t2 minus t1 is delta t. What is this? It is actually the slope of line AB. If we can connect these 2 points on the curve, this O is the origin, x1 and x2 we have taken as 2 locations of this curve which is going up. On this curve we have chosen a point A which is referring to x1, B which is referring to x2, and delta x by delta t is nothing but slope of this line. If I join these 2 points AB, this is line AB and slope of this line AB is delta x by delta t. But what happens if this time slot delta t approaches 0? Means if this time interval becomes, it is compressed and it becomes close to 0. These 2 points, they come closer and closer and B comes close to A. B is approaching A and delta t approaches 0, then automatically V average, this is V and AVG is the subscript, V average approaches V instantaneous, or we can say then the average velocity will become instantaneous velocity at that particular instant. Mathematically, V instantaneous is what we get when limit delta t approaches 0. When the time interval is so small that it is almost close to 0, then delta x by delta t, what do you call delta x as? If you remember in calculus we studied it is big change in x upon big change in t. But when the change in t is approaching 0, then this becomes dx by dt. What is dx by dt? It is a rate of change of x with respect to rate of change of time, or rate of change of x with respect to t, or small change in x with respect to small change in t. and this V instantaneous is nothing but slope of tangent at the point A. Now when B approaches A, B comes close to A, then A and B are so close to each other, then if we can mark a tangent, suppose I'll use another color. If suppose I can mark a tangent at the point A, this tangent, the slope of tangent at the point A will give you instantaneous velocity. So, we are in a position to define instantaneous speed and velocity. Instantaneous speed, it is both will be referable to variable motion situation. It is the speed of a body when a body is in variable motion. It is the speed at any particular instant of time. It is the speed of a body at any particular marked specific instant of time. Then what is instantaneous velocity? More or less this part refers to same. It is the velocity at any specific instant of time plus we are going to add something because this is incomplete. If we talk about velocity, it is the velocity at any specific instant of time at any point of path of motion at any particular time as well as at any particular point of path of motion of the body. So this is how we understand about instantaneous speed and velocity. We will see a little graph and how the slope conveys the message about instantaneous speed and velocity. So let us see how the concept of slope delivers some message about the instantaneous velocity in a particular situation when we plot displacement time graph or distance time graph. You have studied it in junior classes and I am just reminding you that slope of displacement time graph gives, yes, the answer is the slope of displacement time graph gives you the value of velocity. So let's begin with this node. We have a displacement time graph and the graph is in the form of a curve and we have marked deliberately chosen 3 points A, B and C at different places. A, B and C are 3 different places and now we are going to study the slope at each point A, B, C and we'll try to infer from the slope or we'll try to conclude what the message of slope is giving us about instantaneous velocity. So let us first look at the point A. Slope of displacement time graph is, can you tell me what is the slope of displacement time graph? You have to mention whether it is positive, negative or 0. So what can you say? Slope of displacement time graph at the point A. How is it? Yes, the answer is it is like this and it is of course positive. The slope of displacement time graph at the point A is positive. Let's mark the slope with a red pen. So what is the message it will convey about V instantaneous? You are beginning at this node, slope of displacement time graph gives velocity. If the slope is positive, then what will it say about instantaneous velocity? Yes, the value of instantaneous velocity is also positive. Then slope of displacement time graph at the point B. What can you say about the slope here? The slope here is like this. How are we getting the slopes? We are drawing the tangents at those points. So slope of displacement time graph is, can you see the slope which is the tangent at the point B is almost parallel to the time axis. So the slope being parallel to time axis, you say that the slope is 0. Then What is the message it is conveying about instantaneous velocity? If slope is 0, then velocity should be, instantaneous velocity should be 0. So at maximum point, the instantaneous velocity is 0, and we also concluded from the point that rate of change of displacement dx, we call it like this, v is equal to dx by dt. So when at the maximum point, the value of dx by dt is 0. When the curve reaches the maximum point, the rate of change of x with respect to t is 0, and hence instantaneous velocity is also 0. Let us see at the point C. Slope of displacement time graph is. At the point C, the curve is in the downward slope. Can you see? Here in the A side it is rising, the curve is rising, and it is 0 here, and here it is going in the downward direction. So at the point C, if I mark the tangent like this, then what is it indicating? What is the slope indicating? The slope is displacement time graph, slope is negative. And what is the information it is conveying about instantaneous velocity? Yes, instantaneous velocity is also negative at this particular point. So we can see how slope of displacement time graph conveys about information about the velocity. Let us solve a question and see how we are able to apply these concepts. Let us do one numerical in which we will be trying to find out V average and V instantaneous. The question says a body is moving in straight line. I have tried to jot down the question in a short manner. A body which is moving in straight line, which is along x-axis. The value of x is given in the form of equation 5t minus t square. Means what is x? It is the distance from origin. Distance from origin is a function of time t. X is measured in meters and time in seconds. We are supposed to find out V average between t equal to 0 to 2 seconds and instantaneous velocity at particularly 2 seconds. So let us start solving the question. First we have to find out V average. We will write the formula we know for V average. It is nothing but delta x upon delta t. That is x2 minus x1 upon t2 minus t1, isn't it? Now x2, what is x2? x2 means the position at final time. Final time is 2 seconds. Position when the time is 2 seconds. Putting the value of x when t is 2 seconds. I can even write it as t final and t initial, x final and x initial. So what is the final position when time is 2 seconds? xf will be equal to 5 into, in place of t I'll put 2 minus 2 square. So what am I getting? X final is equal to 10 minus 4. It is nothing but 6. And x is in meters, so I will write 6 meters. Fine. Let us find x initial. X initial is, what is the initial time given? We have to find average velocity between t equal to 0 initial time and t equal to 2 seconds final time. So initial time is 0. So I will put t equal to 0 when I find x initial. 5 multiplied by 0 minus 0 square. So automatically I get x initial equal to 0. So what am I getting? Delta t. Delta t is t final minus t initial. Final time is 2 seconds, initial time is 0 seconds. So I am getting 2 minus 0 seconds. V average, what is the value? Delta x upon delta t. What is delta x? X final, it is 6 meters minus x initial 0, t final minus t initial is 2. So I am getting 3 meters per second. This is the value of average velocity. Let us find V instantaneous. This is the value of V average. V instantaneous. V instantaneous, what is the formula known to us? Yes, it is when delta t tends to 0, delta x by delta t becomes dx by dt. So let us write dx by dt. What is dx by dt? Rate of change of x with respect to time t. Let us differentiate the equation given for x. When I differentiate, I get v instantaneous is equal to 5t. 5 is a constant. We have already studied about calculus, integral and differential. We are applying the same concepts. If you want to revisit the topic, you can repeat the episodes, or you can revisit the episodes taken on calculus. 5 is a constant. Differentiation of this t will give you dt by dt is 1 minus differentiation of t square. This will give you 2t to the power 2 minus 1, that is 1. So I am getting 5 minus 2t. This is instantaneous velocity, the equation for instantaneous velocity, and I have to find instantaneous velocity at a specific time interval of 2 seconds. So let me put t equal to 2 seconds. So v instantaneous at a particular instant, that is exactly at 2 seconds, what is the velocity? In average velocity, we are trying to find out t equal to 0 to 2 seconds. In between 0 to 2 seconds, what was the velocity? Average velocity. And here we are trying to find out exactly at 2 seconds what is the velocity. So I am putting 5 minus 2 into exactly time. I have to take 2 seconds. So that gives me 5 minus 4, which is equal to 1 meter per second. This is the instantaneous velocity. Instantaneous velocity means velocity at a particular instant. That is at 2 seconds, it is 1 meter per second, and average velocity in this time interval 0 to 2 seconds is 3 meters per second. In this question, we have tried to revise the concepts of differentiation, speed, velocity, average and instantaneous. So stay connected. If you have not subscribed, please do it so that you will get timely notifications of the forthcoming videos and you will not miss any of them. Stay healthy, stay connected. All the best. Thank you.